What's up guys, this is Ray and welcome to Asian Filmist. And it's now March, so that means we're going to be moving on to a new theme. Now in February we talked about romantic movies, so now in March the new theme is student life. So why student life? Well, here in Japan and also in Korea, around March or April, it's graduation time for students. So I felt it was appropriate in keeping with this season to talk about movies that kind of have a focus on student life, or at least take place in a school. So that being said, the movie we'll be talking about today is a 2017 film, Let Me Eat Your Pancreas. It's directed by Tsukikawa show and it's based on the novel of the same name. Now, contrary to what you guys may think after hearing this title, this is not a horror film at all. It's actually a drama. This movie stars Oguri Shun and Kitagawa Keiko, and it also stars Kitamura Takumi and Hamabe Minami. The story is about a teacher, and he teaches at the high school that he used to attend to when he was a student. And he gets placed in charge of the library club, I guess. Well, when he was a student, he was also a member of the library club himself. And the moment he enters the library to start taking charge of his students, he starts getting flashbacks of this girl that he knew when he was a student. This girl, whose name is Sakura, they only knew each other for a few months before she ultimately passed away. So the story focuses on the events regarding the few months they spent together as students and the ways those events have impacted him in his adult life. So let's talk about the positives and negatives I felt were in Let Me Eat Your Pancreas. Now first, the positives. I enjoyed the performances from each of the stars in this movie, especially that of Hamabe Minami, the girl who plays Sakura. She did very well in portraying this character who's bright and cheery on the outside, but you can tell behind that smile, behind this facade, that she's struggling and she's desperate to survive. And I especially like the chemistry between her and also Kitamura Takumi, the guy who plays a younger version of the teacher. Throughout their short time of friendship, she kind of has this bucket list of things that she wants to do before she dies, and she sways this guy into basically doing everything that she wants to do, and a lot of the times they're against his wishes. It led to a lot of awkward moments, a lot of comedic moments, and I just like the overall progression from start to finish. In the beginning, he kind of treats her as this nuisance, but then the way you see everything progress along, it felt very organic and nothing seemed forced. And I kind of like where they are by the third act. They're kind of more than friends, but at the same time there aren't lovers. They're kind of like in this very special place. And I like the overall reason why these two sort of mismatched characters become and stay friends. I think throughout the entire film, I just couldn't help but think, like, why are these two guys even hanging out with each other? Obviously the guy doesn't want to hang out with the girl, but she still keeps pressing on. It's not like she's trying to seduce him or take him to bed or anything, and he's not even a popular kid. He's kind of the quiet kid in the corner of the classroom. But once everything is revealed and put on the table, it leads to a very heartwarming and also a very tear-jerking moment. I mean, at first it's kind of strange as to why this character, when you see him as a high school student, how and why he would grow up to become a teacher, but it's all part of this impact that this relationship had. But my favorite thing about this movie is the final act. It is a tearjerker if you aren't strong enough. And when I mean if you're not strong enough, I mean that you'll probably be ugly crying. So now let's talk about the negatives. Well, I felt there wasn't enough Kitagawa Keiko. If you know her filmography, you know she's a talented actress, but this film didn't really use her, or rather she was used, but in a way that's almost equal to being a plot device, in the sense that she is what she does with the main character is represent all the change and all the impact, all the influence that Sakura had on him when he was younger. Next, this movie uses sickness as kind of the center of the drama, the point that the drama is revolved around, if you will. And as I said in the beginning, and it's not a spoiler at all, but yeah, Sakura is no longer with the main character at the start of the story, or at the start of the modern day. However, the reason that she comes to pass away in the story, I felt it was very unclimactic. And at the same time, it's not really related to what she's sick with in the beginning at all. And the reason she was sick is that there was something wrong with her pancreas. And you would think that the drama would build up centered around that, but the way it finally ends, you know, it's not much of a spoiler, but it's not connected to her sickness at all. And the way it comes out, it's out of left field. You know, all that being said, overall, what did I think of Let Me Eat Your Pancreas? I genuinely enjoyed it. And usually dramas, I kind of watch kind of just expecting another drama movie, but I felt there was something special about this movie. It had likable characters with a lot of nice chemistry between them. And above all that, the title is very eye-catching and it's very unique. And it makes one think that it would be some kind of zombie movie or some kind of horror movie. But where the title comes from, it comes from this belief which the main characters kind of talk about when they're younger, that back in the old days, if someone was sick, or let's say a part of their body was having problems, like maybe their liver was bad or they had a bad heart, it was believed that if they eat that particular body part of an animal, then their own body part will become better. Now, it still seems like it would become some kind of zombie horror thriller, but trust me, it doesn't go in that area at all. Do I recommend this movie? Yeah, I do, especially if you're in the mood for something dramatic, something that'll make your eyes wet. And so yes, those are my thoughts on Let Me Eat Your Pancreas. What did you guys think? Or what kind of questions did you guys have? Leave a comment in the comment section below. Don't forget to leave a like in this video and subscribe to Asian Filmist to join in more reviews and discussions on Asian film. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and you can even support me via Patreon. And once again, everyone, thank you so much for watching, and hope to see you all again in the next video. Take it easy.